go. So hey, my accuracy with setting teams up worked out pretty well. RdyToFly in blue, Teamus Weamus in orange. And here we go. So Teamus Weamus, as I mentioned, the B squad for Flipside Gaming, formerly known as Teamy Weamy. Some of these folks have been on some of the championship Teamy Weamy squads before they settled into their current 3-person rotation. UK Scott, in fact, was part of the team that I believe won the Europe Cup #3 tournament. I remember their matchup with Team Rocket, and already, wow, big pinch there. I gotta catch this goal again a little bit.
Talk about the man, UK Scott going right in there and be able to snap it in off of the 2 players. So really, really nice shot. Plus good clutch going right in.
Yeah, a little bit of a deflection there. I think it may have caught one of the defenders on RdyToFly who was coming in kind of hard, but he got the deflection right off of him and managed to get that goal. So already, Teamus Weamus off to a very good start. I've not seen a lot of, really nothing that kind of sets apart these two teams at the moment. It's pretty even matchup. I mean, yeah, there's been the goal, but, you know, as you know, the score line doesn't necessarily dictate the actual difference of skill between these teams. Some goals are kind of lucky, like that goal right there was a little lucky. But this one,
a little bit more skill, hopefully. We do see a lot of pressure coming out from Oracle. They're trying to get it right out of their zone, but it's looking like RdyToFly. They're going to get it.
Ooh, good floating touch there by UK Scott, but it gets stopped, narrowly stopped. It actually got caught off the crossbar there. But here goes another finish, but it hits the crossbar, but they couldn't get the clear, but they do stop at 7 Tentacle.
Look at the very good spot. Just coming in from Teamus Weamus, and another missed opportunity. GBM could not get right in there, but we do see some good offense. Nope, Weed and everybody else have been able to clear that one out.
So already a good round of offensive opportunities coming up for Teamus Weamus, but they couldn't quite get the finish, and I think that speaks a lot to the defense of RdyToFly. They've been in a very good spot. AFN takes to the sky to keep the ball in the blue zone, and it might be enough. A good center there, but nobody to make a play on it. And right now it's just looking a little bit of table tennis going on right now. Oh, that big floating shot, GBM with a key save.
Yeah, he's going to be able to get his wings one day. We'll see if he can complete that out now. GBM now going for the cross header, and it's going to go in.
What a beautiful touch. Just the lightest of touches. Look at this ball. It comes in. The defense looks like it's in a good spot, but he gets right underneath it to just get that final tap and elevate it over the defense and gets a second goal for Teamy Weamy. That was definitely the first of their goals that really kind of shows what this team's capable of. And I know I called him Teamy Weamy, but I meant Teamus Weamus. There is no Teamy Weamy anymore, so I'll take it like that. They're just flip side tactics now.
We do see Weed, everybody else going to clear out the ball yet again. And we do have UK Scott trying to clear this one in. And we do have a lot of pressure coming out from RdyToFly. They're flying in there, but the aerial's not going to be able to connect right onto it.
Yeah, they're getting some decent setups and trying to get some opportunities, but I'm not seeing really, you know, the same kind of aggressive finishing style. I mean, yeah, it's been ping-pong a little bit here, but they're kind of undercommitting to some of these attacks, and it's showing because they are having a difficult time. Oh, but there's a nice shot. GBM flies up to touch it, but there's 7 Tentacle with the great follow-up, and AFN with a last-second stop. This is some really solid play by both teams.
Definitely solid play by both teams, and we do see a lot of defensive maneuvers coming out from Teamus Weamus. They're the flip side team that could be doing some good things. Unfortunately, GBM not going to be able to finish that one up.
And Weed nearly missed that, or actually did miss that stop there, but fortunately it was just a little off point, so he didn't get punished for it. But got to be a little careful with that. Still a very close game. You know, despite the fact that we're down to the final minute, I don't see this being completely out of RdyToFly's reach. However, the fact that we've gone 4 minutes without any goals for our blue team probably means we're not going to get a finish that I think this squad is looking to get.
Definitely, and we do see some handsomeness or so coming out from RdyToFly. They've been pretty much just zoned into their own zone like we saw in the first game, but they have had a little bit more defense and a little bit more offense when they can. And here we do with 7th Oracle.
Oh, 7th Tentacle. Nearly got the finish there, but good defensive stop there. Yeah, I mean, what I'm seeing, you know, you're right. What you're seeing so far, just a very apprehensive style of play. They're being really cautious with how they approach the ball. They're not making really big dynamic plays. And RdyToFly might just be feeling out Teamus Weamus a little bit. They might just be trying to get an idea of exactly what to expect from this team. But they are going to drop the first game 2-0. Not a huge score differential, though, and I think that's the key thing to take away here. I know that this Teamus Weamus squad is a very solid team, but it appears that also RdyToFly is in the same kind of boat. So what it really comes down to now, they've had that first game. They've had an opportunity to feel their opponents out, see how they play, kind of get an idea what to expect. And now, can they come back in game 2 and make this an even closer matchup?
Well, let's see if that actually happens. It is really just the best of 5 kind of tactic. It's hard to say that you want to put all your eggs in one basket. I mean, not literally in the sands, but, you know, just putting it all on the line on the first game. You always want to just kind of casually feel out what you want to do next. And we'll see what RdyToFly will do for this next match.
Yeah, and that is a pretty good point there as far as the best of 5 strategy goes. You know, you have the ability to take that first game and play it a little bit off of what your normal strategy might be. Play it cautiously, hang back, gauge the other team out a little bit, because even if you drop one game, you've still got the opportunity to come back without too much problem. But now is the time for RdyToFly to come back and see if they actually can make this legitimately happen.
They switched sides, by the way, so we do see RdyToFly on the blue side, RdyToFly on the orange side, blue side going to be on Teamus Weamus. And Teamus, we'll see if Flipside can actually do some good things right there. PK Scott trying to go for a good shot, but could not finish it up.
Yeah, nothing there, and yeah, they did switch sides, so yeah, Teamus Weamus in blue, RdyToFly in orange, but hey, it's alright, you know. My graphic was still on point for the first game, and that's really all that matters.
Definitely.
So, we know what to expect out of both teams, we know who's who. So what we're seeing so far, good defensive plays, but still that kind of offensive aggression out of Teamus Weamus. Very similar to their A-team brethren in Flipside Tactics. You know, constantly being aggressive, but not overly aggressive. You know, you got to know that fine line, especially as you're trying to gauge how things go. And they're doing a great job of really feeling that out. Oh, UK Scott with a nice shot on goal, but Chaussette makes the key stop.
That's really unfortunate. They had the clinch together with RdyToFly too. The members literally just went to the ball. It was an open shot, but not enough to finish up. We're going to be able to clear up that one. Good save out from him over there. And we do see him trying to go for another one. He gets it.
These are very good stops. Not only are they good stops, but they're good clears too. I mean, just look at where he puts the ball after the ball gets cleared out of play. He puts it in a position where the other team can't follow up on the rebound. You know, it's one thing to just get in front of the ball. It's another thing to gauge how you're going to play it and where you're going to put it, so that, assuming, you know, you've got UK Scott coming up, that GBM isn't right behind it. But there's a good play on goal, but it does get sent out of play by GBM.
GBM has been playing the aerials quite well. Actually, the whole team of Teamus Weamus has been playing quite well off on the air. So really good note for them to say, hey, we have a lot of offense, but we can still play defense as well. And GBM just proving that yet again.
Yeah, and they're going to need to bring it, because right now we're seeing RdyToFly ramping up their offense now. They're starting to put that pressure up. You know, clearly they have changed their tactic a little bit from game 1. They're starting to, I think, probably fall into their normal rhythm. I'm not seeing too much of an unusual tactic from this squad. Again, though, Weed, excellent stop, great clear, smart positioning. That's a very standout defender right there, and I think we need to keep an eye on Weed going forward when it comes to playing in goal.
He's definitely had some really, really choicey shots that had to be blocked off, but he's been clearing them out quite well, and also defending quite well. Oof, right off the
that's going to be a hard one. Man, that was a very close one, and the rebound opportunity was there, but none of the shots were dead on point. Close, though. Real close.
As you see going offensive, we do have shots hit.
Huge shot. GBM. Amazing stop there. Got in the front of the ball right on time. A little bit of that spectator lag. Oh, seventh tentacle. I think he wanted to get just a slight touch on that and deflect it into the goal, but he got a little too far ahead and couldn't make it happen. There's a nice touch. A little off point, though. But these offensive opportunities are coming, and as I mentioned before, if you keep the pressure on, something's bound to go in, and there's a great opportunity, and Chaussette draws first blood for RdyToFly. That was a very nice opportunity. Look at this side swipe. UK Scott tries to make the stop. We don't get to watch the whole replay, though, but that's, that's okay. We got the idea. We know what happened.
Scott is like, oh, I defended this so well, but
yeah, UK Scott got right underneath it, but his position was just a little off, and that's what did him in.
Chaussette going to try to go for again.
Good shot. Tries to get the center. Seventh tentacle not in a good spot to make any kind of play out of it. Could have just opened the door up for Teamus Weamus. But now we're seeing a little bit of a reverse of fortune. Teamus Weamus having a hard time getting the ball out of their zone. And RdyToFly, that's a very good center, but AFN there to prevent it from getting in front of the net. They've got 1 minute to play, though. Plenty of time to turn this into a goal. But I'm not seeing the offensive pressure that Teamus Weamus brought in the first game. They're playing on their back foot.
Together with the whole team of Teamus Weamus, they really need to separate themselves. What's the approach attack? What's the move? UK Scott was the first one really to set it all up, but he hasn't been really showing enough for this one. AFN going to get a good pass over. Good job by Seventh Tentacle, just being able to defend that one from there.
I mean, I've basically had to keep my camera right on the half line here, and I have not turned it off of this blue zone, and that is a testament to exactly what this RdyToFly squad is doing. But as I mentioned that, the ball is now in the blue zone. Final 10 seconds. This is what Teamus Weamus needs. They're going to have to push somebody forward, go in really hard, but they've left the gate open. Look at this. Oh, and UK Scott can't get there in time. The ball was moving just a little too slow, and Chaussette gets the goal. Look at that. Nearly stopped, but I think because Chaussette was right there, he actually got the rebound that was blocked by UK Scott. So that could have been a stop, but nothing doing.
Yeah, UK Scott couldn't do anything else with that one, and it is going to be a tie for this one. It is 1-1 now on the game score. RdyToFly taking game number 2.
Yeah, so far, things looking really good. This is the type of close matchup I kind of expected to see out of these squads. I was a little surprised just, I guess really initially, by kind of how passive RdyToFly was playing. I kind of thought they would come in a little bit more aggressive, but as we talked about, that best-of-5 series strategy where they decided to just kind of come in, gauge their opponent a little bit, and it paid off. Because that game, too, was 100% in the hands of RdyToFly.
I would say about 85%. We did see RdyToFly kind of play a little bit defensively on the game. But now, again, on Blue's side, they're putting down the pressure. What does Teamus Weamus need to do to really come back from this? Oh, beautiful shot, but not enough touch to finish up that goal.
I mean, as it stands right now, they got to turn the heat up. They've got an aggressive style that I have seen before that they've played when they've been on Teamy Weamy. And what a bad touch by GBM, but nobody was there to actually follow through on it. He missed that aerial. Seventh Tentacle was a little too quick on the rebound attempt. Could have gotten a goal there, but here he comes with an aerial that's off point again. But Weed is there. Still nothing. But we're still seeing this. Just this constant pressure. Unfortunately,
Game 1, GBM was making some pretty good plays as a defender, but he was also more of an attacker. Don't really want to see him on defense. AFN, he is going to try to set something up, but it isn't cleared out. UK Scott, GBM, they're going to try to do something with the ball. But it is still in the zone, and it's going to be a good shot. But not going to be
Can they follow this up? That was some good opportunities there, but they're not able to actually get the finish. They had a very nice play going there for a little while. I really think they're going to have to turn the heat up even more. Come in a little more aggressive and just try to punish RdyToFly.
I mean, there has been a little bit of opportunities for RdyToFly even to score these little goals in the beginning, and they haven't really punished them as well, so Teamus Weamus probably can kind of play off of that. If they can't finish the goals, you might as well just play a little bit more aggressively, try to finish up your own goals. UK Scott getting a great aerial, could not finish up the score.
Yeah, a little off point there, but he did get some good contact. There's another touch, and UK Scott makes up for it, redeeming himself off of that missed opportunity earlier. Gets the setup by AFN. Weed gets the clear, but it's a bad clear, and UK Scott puts it away. That was a very nice way, basically a great example of why you have to be careful with those clears. You clear the ball dead center, and it's basically just setting it up for the other team.
Dead center is always bad center, so we do see that. No problem. We'll see if RdyToFly can take this one, but it is going to be the first goal coming out for Teamus Weamus. This game of 3. Again, 1-1 on the game score altogether. As GBM still trying to push in. Getting a lot of pressure, but We92 going to go for the defense. Actually going to go off the goal. A little dangerous, but to me, it'll be okay.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of what we're seeing here, this is basically, again, another kind of change of perspective. Oh, and a good shot there by AFN. What a drilling shot into goal. One more time. This was just a precision shot. I saw him coming in hot, and he gets the contact and just puts it away. I want to see the end of the goals, guys. That'd be really nice, but we know what happened. You know what you did.
You know what you did, We92. Although he was going to get in there, but he just didn't have enough time to kind of position himself. But we do see some aggression coming up from RdyToFly, though.
It's really hard when, you know, your opponents come in with a lot of boost, a lot of speed. The reaction time, I mean, you have to have a high enough reaction time as it is to play Rocket League on the pro level. But when you've got people coming in super aggressive like that and putting the ball in the net with a lot of speed, oh, beautiful! Beautiful touch by AFN. That was an outstanding shot. One more time. Gets us off the wall. And look at this touch. Right off the side of the car. Wide open net. Gets the goal. That was really nice. And now Teamus Weamus, is just capitalizing on all of these defensive lapses.
A lot of defensive lapses. Game number 2 was all We92 just defending the ball quite well. We do see Teamus Weamus putting on the aggression, and it's been working out quite well. Now 3-0 on the goal score. It's looking like they might take this one, but it's still anyone's game. If they're going to get set up.
I agree. I mean, these are two pretty evenly matched teams, as we've seen so far. So it is not out of the realm of possibility that they can turn 3 goals around, but I haven't seen it yet, and not if they leave the gate open like that. GBM takes advantage. Look at this hole in the defense. 7th Tentacle and Weed both commit to that shot. And GBM just says, "Thank you for leaving me the door wide open." And he puts it away. Just
a lot
really
of good defense, but you can't just clear it out. And another thing, Shoutcast going to have to try to clear this one. Going to be able to do that okay. It's looking like Teamus Weamus, even though the game 2 lost, now they are okay. They know where they want to pick their points. And they just need to keep up with following up their shots.
Yeah, I think what we're getting from Teamus Weamus there was really just an example of still feeling their opponents out. You know, I don't want to say that, you know, RdyToFly didn't deserve their last win, because they certainly did, and they played hard. But I think we're getting Teamus Weamus is just kind of finding their rhythm, finding their groove against this team. And it took a couple more games to do it. They had to drop a game, but sometimes that's what you got to do. And oh, look at that! GBM, that was a gorgeous shot. A great setup coming in by AFN. Gets the touch and just right off the ground puts a lot of force behind it and drills it home.
GBM just going on this star playerage that he is. APN also being a really good factor into this one. Has set up a lot of these assists. Now it's 30 seconds left on the goal, the game score. We do have a 5-0 lead. Looking like RdyToFly is going to try to get one in. 7th Tentacle can't put the touch in though. Oh, but Chasat with the return.
All right, Chasat gets RdyToFly on the board. It's a little too late, but at least maybe they can take this, ride that momentum into Game 4. and maybe turn it around into another win. This could go the full stretch. We'll have to find out.
Oh, that clutch in the middle is going to be not enough to do anything else, and GBM is going to be able to clear this one out. I mean, we saw a lot of good defense coming out from Ready to Fly in the second game. It was all in We92 really to clear it all out, but is that going to be the factor to really clear this one up for the win? It's going to be the win for Teamus Weamus for this one. Game number 3 going to them.
It is. So Teamus Weamus really came out strong in that game, to say the very least. That's just the kind of performance that, honestly, I expected out of Teamus Weamus. They have been just an exceptionally good squad. That's why they are the B team for the top EU squad in Flipside Tactics. And I think we're starting to see a little bit more of just what they're capable of here with this 5-1 win. So really what it comes down to now, Ready to Fly has to win this next game, or they're done, obviously. I think the big takeaway for them here is bring back that aggressive play that they had in Game 2. That was the kind of stuff that they were able to exploit and really take advantage of Teamus Weamus and pick their defense apart a little bit. So they got to come in hard with that once more. And if they can pull that off, then they might be able to bring this to a Game 5. And, you know, of course, I want to see a Game 5. I know the folks watching want to see a Game 5. But it's all up to Ready to Fly.
It is all up to Ready to Fly, and we'll see if the defense is going to be good enough, or Teamus Weamus can keep on with that offense. Yet again, we'll start it up and get this one on the way.
So here goes nothing. Teamus Weamus in orange, Ready to Fly in blue. Yet again, so my graphic is back to being accurate. And UK Scott, out of the gate in the first 16 seconds. Take a look at this. Off the wall.
All aggression.
Yep, he comes in a great angle, gets the contact, and parks it in the middle of the net. Just spot on.
And I think Teamus Weamus already knows what they have to do. So it's really good to see UK Scott and everybody kind of returning back to that form and give them a 1. Make sure they can actually get that aggressiveness in and make sure they can defend their shots where they need to. B92, Chasset going to try to go for the aerial. The GBM, it's a little high, but it's good enough to almost get a clear out for that one.
I had to go to the ceiling to get the touch on that one. That was a very high aerial. But he did manage to actually get a good clear on it because he put it back into the corner instead of just setting it up for the opponents. You know, really right now, both teams know they have to play aggressively, so it's going to come down to which team can do it better. And I think that's what we're going to see. Big long-distance shot. Thank goodness 7th Tentacle was there, but GBM with a follow-up. Nobody there to back him up to finish, though. Going to actually collect some boost, I think. That's all right. I think Teamus Weamus knows, you know, they can let those opportunities slide a little bit. They just have to make sure they're not giving up too much.
Oh, too much right there. We92 and 7th Tentacle a little bit out of position, but We92 going to be able to defend that one off on the goal. But AFN could not finish up that shot. It's just a wide open. We92 did not have any boost left, so that was a really, really unfortunate shot there.
Yeah, that would have been really pretty much a goal there had he gotten the better angle on it, but didn't get the good approach. Curse these walls that I keep phasing through. That's the one problem with Urban is it's got these big brackets. Oh, and speaking of which, hold on. Pressure coming on.
Coming up. UK shot. Not going to get that there. Chelsea set. You'll be able to get the clear out right there.
Big defense.
Oh, great defense right there.
Yeah, coming up really big positioning there. Here comes Weed coming up high. Shot just not on point. The opportunities are coming, though. You know, sometimes this goes can be off, and JBM with a good thing, but here comes UK Scott. Can't get the follow-up. But you can see what they're doing.
It was going for the backwards bicycle into the goal, but couldn't finish on one and get demolished right in between that. UK Scott set up something as well. It's really interesting to see how Teamus Weamus, they're setting up shots for themselves by putting all this pressure in, but they're using all 3 members. Usually you only see that coming out from Ready to Fly, or usually you only see 2 members coming out for Ready to Fly to really put on the aggression. Now Chasset trying to get the aerial, didn't get in, but We92 able to finish that one up.
Beautiful goal there to even things up. They want to make this a Game 5. picks up the rebound off the wall very nicely and gets a good angle on the shot, parks it in the upper left corner. That is what they need. Take advantage of those good setups, those good clears, constantly be moving people forward. You know, it's really going to come down to their rotational play. Can they keep moving people forward and keep that aggression going? You know, when somebody drops back to go on defense or make a boost, Weed with some slick dribbling there. Can't really do anything with it, but he does look pretty good.
I mean, he's playing by himself, literally, right there, but it's okay. It's fine. Weed 92 is going to be trying to get back there, but now the opening opportunity. 7th tentacle to me. They're going to need to defend that one.
Nice opportunity there. Chaucet in a good spot, but there's UK Scott to make the finish. Again, the touch was there from Chaucet to try and stop this initial attempt, but a bad clear and a bad setup. 7th tentacle. See, unfortunately, 7th tentacle overcommitted on there. That was a big mistake on his part. You know, the ball was not out of harm's way. He tried to go in and make a play on it instead of just waiting there to be the backup for Chaucet. Had he hung back, we would be at a 1-1 game. But we might be back to a tie game pretty soon here with some of these offensive chances.
Right there off the shot. And then we do see Chaucet going to try to do a fancy play. I mean, nothing. Header going to be missed right there. But UK Scott going to go in. Ooh. Try to get that clear. Try to get that roll, but not going to get in there.
Big save for 7th tentacle there to keep this thing going. Weed with a nice shot sets it up in the corner. No contact there by Teamus Weamus, but nobody was there to make any kind of play on it. Chaucet lets a little floater go in there. Easy stop for GBM. Another setup. Playing a little bit of ping pong here, middle of the field. Final minute of play. AFN. Oh, had he gotten the contact on that, that probably would have been a goal. Same thing with GBM.
That's a little bit of trouble. They set that one up back onto their own side. Orange needs to go try to push it all up again. Teamus Weamus, they're in their side of the goal, and it is only 40 seconds left, but almost a tie game. Chaucet going to go for the setup, but it is going to be UK Scott going to be able to finish up the block.
So now, the longest 30 seconds of RdyToFly's time in this tournament. This is where the opportunity has to come. They've got to put something away. Oh, 7th tentacle comes in, but I think Weed got in his way, so he wasn't able to get full contact on that finish. That might be enough to let Teamus Weamus take this series. Good floating touch. 7th tentacle gets a bad clear. Final 10 seconds. Oh, and there is the game winner. AFN seals the deal for Teamus Weamus.
Nail in the coffin. Really, really just unfortunate timing coming out from the team. RdyToFly. They're just playing too aggressively. We saw 7th tentacle pretty much play all defensively all game. At the end, he was trying to go in, and, well, that happened.
Oh, that would have almost been troublemaker there. But there you have it. Teamus Weamus takes game number 4 and takes this series. So they're going to be moving on to the next round of play. Very impressive showing by both squads, to be perfectly honest here. So, yeah, I mean, we you know, I came in there kind of expecting Teamus Weamus to do exceptionally well, and I really think they delivered there. You know, they took a couple games to kind of get their feet, figure out exactly what they wanted to do, but the fact that they were able to take advantage of RdyToFly in that first game really helped them going through the rest of the tournament. But this was a series I could have very well seen go all 5 games. You know, that would have been a given. But no such luck.
No such luck. And RdyToFly, even though they did get game number 2, sorry for that, 2-0. Teamus Weamus, they cleared it up at the end, showing up their goals and showing up their skills. It's really interesting to see where Teamus Weamus will go. UK Scott and AFN, the playmakers for the team, they really need to step up more, per se, because it felt a little lackluster in game number 2, but in the end, a win's a win, whether it's an inch or a mile.
That is true. That's all it takes. It comes down to one goal, and that goal just happens to be the one that puts them in the lead. AFN got a very key goal at the very end of that game there to stop the kind of aggressive nature. I think once RdyToFly got that 3rd goal given to them, they knew they really couldn't put any more pressure on. 5 seconds is not long enough to get 2 goals against a team of that nature.
Definitely.
But so far, so good. So we should be going into a round of 32 game with Team Rocket coming up pretty soon here. So we're just going to take a brief moment to get all that info, make sure the players are ready, make sure everything's looking good. And when we come back, round of 32. Fingers crossed.
Again, you're watching the ESL Go4RocketLeague Europe Cup number 6. Shalthis on that side, the beautiful man, and Authority, the bird, just kind of be here. We'll be right back.